It's kind of weird tasting. Totally did not expect that flavor. I don't quite know how to describe it. What's going on? Germs here, back with another review. Today we're going to be checking out a Danish Defense Forces 24-hour ration, menu number 17, beef stroganoff with rice. So this will be my first Danish ration. I'm really excited for it, and it seems like we've been doing lots of beef stroganoff lately. I think the Brazilian, that was beef stroganoff with rice, so this one ought to be interesting too. And then I think I did a US MCW that was beef stroganoff. So let's get into this. All right, so this was produced the 29th day of August of 2022. And these kind of have a short shelf life. This expired the 28th day of February of 2024. So it's a little bit out of date, but I'm sure it's just fine. Let's get this out of the way. Right off the bat, we have our beef stroganoff and rice. I guess I didn't realize that these are freeze-dried, so that's awesome. We've got some Wild West honey barbecue beef jerky. We have some porridge. Looks like it's just plain old porridge, no fruit in that. This is going to be a vanilla flavored cake. Some Nut Walker's barbecue peanuts. Choco orange flavored protein bar. We've got an apple cinnamon flavored cereal bar. Apricot jam. Strawberry jam. Looks like we got some applesauce, apple, strawberry, and banana. Chocolate bar. Some hazelnut spread with choco flavor. All right, so we have two different types of pate. We've got Brussels pate and Ardennes pate. Now, I think the main difference is the Brussels pate is a lot smoother and creamier and maybe not so gamey or heavy, while the Ardennes pate, I think, is going to be a little bit more crumbly, not quite so smooth, and I think it's going to have a heavier, maybe more gamey flavor. Tuna with sweet chili. That sounds good. Mackerel and tomato. Here's all our drinks in this Ziploc refuse bag. Got a lemon-flavored drink, raspberry-flavored drink. Yeah, it wasn't just drinks. Got some raisins and some dried cranberries. Got some spicy sauce, cocoa drinking powder, some whole rye bread. You get 3 packages of whole grain biscuits. Here we've got some dehydrated instant soup. This is going to be beef flavored. Another pack of whole rye bread. Got our accessory packet, and the sugar obviously has been compromised. Got some green tea, some breakfast tea, 3 packs of Colombian freeze-dried coffee, 3 packs of salt, and 3 packs of pepper. 2 packs of sugar, but 1 is empty now. 3 antibacterial wipes, a toothbrush, 2 wooden spoons, 2 extra mint chewing gums, and 1 spearmint chewing gum. 3 toothpicks, and we've got our matches. Brown tip. That's a lot of food right there. There's about 3,800 calories right there. All right, well, that's what you get in the Danish 24-hour ration pack number 17, beef stroganoff with rice. That is a lot of food right there. I've got it broken up into 3 meals, so we're going to start out with breakfast. We're going to do the porridge, the cereal bar, the apricot jam, the biscuits, the apple, strawberry, banana applesauce. We're going to try out the rye bread and make some tea and some coffee. So let's slap this down and dig in. Perfect. So let's get this porridge made. There it is. Yeah, no smell. It's just porridge. Calls for 300 mils of water, boiling water. Give that a stir. I'm going to do something. I'm going to put some raisins in this. Definitely going to need something. Seal this up. Set it over here. Let's make our coffee and our tea. Here's the breakfast tea. Coffee smells good. Set these off to the side. Check out this rye bread. There it is. Smells good. Let's get the biscuits opened. That's what it looks like. That smells really good, actually. Let's check out the cereal bar. There it is. Check on this porridge. Yeah, I think this is done. It says to only let it sit for 5 to 8 minutes, so I think this is plenty. So let's dump this out. I guess I wouldn't say this is a light breakfast. That's a lot of starch right there. That's going to be very filling. Might as well give this a shot right now. It's almost spilling out of the tray. Better eat some. There it is. I'm glad I put the raisins in. That really adds a lot to that. Otherwise, it'd be kind of plain. I wasn't sure how sweet it was going to be. It is sweet, but it's not too sweet. It's just sweet enough. It's really good. Very messy. Not a fan of the spoon either. I mean, I get it. Trying to save the planet, whatever, but everything else in this ration is plastic. Everything, except for the box. Why not just put a regular spoon in? I probably should have just ate this right out of the bag, because that's very messy and hard to eat. And yeah, I could have got a bowl. I get that. I understand that. But I just want everybody to be able to see it. I can't use this thing. I'm going to use the British excavator shovel. Actually, seems like a good use for this. Holds a lot. Lesson learned, should have just ate it right out of the package. Let's try out this applesauce. There it is. That's good stuff. Let's see how this is. Pretty good, but I think it's just better on its own. So I'm going to eat this right out of the package. That's good stuff. Let's check out the apricot jam. Put it on this cracker. Cracker's kind of interesting, actually. Smells really good. It's kind of weird tasting. Totally did not expect that flavor. I don't quite know how to describe it. It says whole grain and they mean whole grain. This is extremely grainy and very natural tasting. I really don't know how to describe that taste. It's different. It's not bad, but it does not go with that jam. Doesn't go with it at all. I better dunk this in tea or I'll get yelled at in the comments. See how that is. Nope. All right, I don't think this is going to be good, but I'm going to try some of the jam on the rye bread. Let's give this a shot. Yeah, this was what was making that cracker taste weird. I don't know how to describe it, and it's not bad. You taste the apricot, but there's something else in there, and it's just kind of a weird aftertaste. I don't know. The rye bread is pretty good. I like it on its own. It's really good. Let's finish this up. Let's try out this coffee. Smells like good coffee. That is good coffee. Very bold, kind of strong, not bitter, not acidic, very smooth, very good coffee. Let's try out the tea. It's just tea. That's really good. Nice breakfast tea. Now let's try out this cereal bar. Got some crispy rice in there, some raisins looks like. Drink of this. That's the way to do it. I think this is my favorite thing at breakfast. This is really good. Very good apple flavor. There's cinnamon in it, raisins. Very, very good. All right, well, that was breakfast. I am going to finish this up. I'm going to take it inside. I'm going to put it in a bowl. I will finish this. Don't worry. These rations are way too expensive to let go to waste. So all in all, decent breakfast. I'd be happy with that. Very filling, and everything tasted great. So I'm going to get this all cleaned up, go inside, get this in a bowl, wait a few more hours, and I'll be back for lunch. All right, so we're back with lunch. And for lunch, we're going to have the mackerel and tomato, the tuna and sweet chili, the 2 pâtés, the beef jerky, the peanuts, protein bar, hazelnut spread with choco flavor, the rye bread, the remaining 2 packs of biscuits, some strawberry jam, coffee, tea, and the lemon drink. It's a pretty big lunch, but a couple of these items you'd probably want to just save for a snack, like the beef jerky and the peanuts. But we're going to eat them all for lunch. So let's slap this down and dig in. Perfect. Kind of nice. I don't got to cook anything. Let's get the drinks out of the way. The lemon drink calls for 500 mils of water. Probably a little less here. Give that a stir. Coffee. Green tea. Sugar for the tea. Let's get the protein bar out. Let's get the rye bread out. Biscuits. Let's get the beef jerky out. Don't need that. Let's get the barbecue peanuts out. Let's start with this Brussels pâté. Looks nice and creamy. And we'll open this Ardennes pâté just to compare them. Looks very similar. They're both pork. Let's check out the mackerel and tomato. There it is. Smells fishy. And we'll get the tuna with sweet chili out. And there that is. Smells fishy. Not the biggest lover of tuna, and I've never had the mackerel, so we'll see. Let's start with this Brussels pate. Very, very smooth and creamy. I'm just going to take a bite on its own. That's good. That's a very mild pate. It's very creamy, very dreamy. That's really good. Try it on a biscuit. It's pretty salty, but like I said, very mild, very porky. Yeah, this is very, very smooth and silky. And the taste is really, really good. It's very porky, not so much livery. So this is great. There it is on a cracker. I'm sorry, biscuit. I'm really loving all this pate that I'm getting in all these foreign rations. I kind of have a newfound love for pate. That is excellent. It is really good. Just an excellent flavor. Very salty though, which is fine. It's not overpowering, but it is salty. Now these crackers go really well with this pate. That is so good. All right, that was the Brussels pate. This is the Ardennes pate. Let's see what this tastes like. Looks very, very similar. It's pretty smooth, actually. Definitely not as smooth as the Brussels pate. The Brussels pate had more flavor, but it wasn't livery or metallic. This is a little bit heavier, but I like it. It's good. I really wish I would have saved the crackers from the breakfast and saved it for lunch. No complaints with either one of those. That is some excellent pate. Need a drink now. That's a good lemon drink. Not too sweet, very refreshing. I can handle this. All right, let's go in for some of this mackerel. Mackerel with tomatoes. That's surprisingly good. It smelled real fishy, but the fishiness isn't overpowering. It's actually excellent. This is also very smooth and very good. I'm really surprised. This is the kind of thing that I would have never thought to try. I would have just kind of passed it up. But that's the beauty of trying these rations. You try things that you normally wouldn't, and then you find out, hey, I kind of like that. And I really don't think it needs any crackers or anything. But I'm going to try it on some rye bread. Let's see how that is. That actually works. Those two flavors, they actually go well together. Let's try out the tuna with sweet chilies. Yeah, this isn't so smooth. A little runny too. Also excellent. That tuna mixed with the sweet chilies, great combination. I'm normally not a big fan of tuna, but that is excellent. You don't even really need to put it on a cracker or anything. Just eat it. It's fantastic. Last bite of this. I'm kind of shocked. Not gonna lie, when I saw those two things in that box, I was like, oh man, but man, they were good. Neither one was super fishy. They were both very mild and extremely flavorful. Let's try out this beef jerky. It's very tender. Of course, that bite wasn't. First bite was tender. It's kind of just okay. The honey barbecue flavor is just not the best. Let's try out these barbecue peanuts. Oh yeah, those are good. I feel like there's a little heat to that, or it might still be from the sweet chili from the tuna. Yeah, these are great. Barbecue flavor is not overpowering. There's just enough of that flavor on there. The jerky and the peanuts would definitely be something you'd stuff in your pocket and save for later for a snack. Let's try out this strawberry jam. Let's give that a shot. That's good. Yeah, that's some very good strawberry jam. Let's try out this orange chocolate protein bar. Not bad. It's got a weird aftertaste. It's okay. I do like the orange with the chocolate. That's a good combo. Take a swig of our coffee with it. Oh yeah, that's the way to do it. Swig of the tea. It's good green tea. I decided to save this for dinner. I have something in mind I want to do with this. Plus, I don't think it'd go well on rye bread. I'll finish up the rest of this, then I'll get it all cleaned up, and we'll be back most likely tomorrow with dinner. All right, we're back with dinner, and it's the next night. I couldn't eat any more yesterday, so I saved it for tonight. So we're gonna finish this ration off with the beef stroganoff with rice. We've got the vanilla cake, the chocolate bar, the hot chocolate, some cranberries, some instant beef soup, the raspberry drink, and we saved the hazelnut spread from lunch because I had another use for it. I'm real hungry tonight, and I'm really interested to see if this beef stroganoff with rice is gonna be better than the Brazilian or better than the US MCW beef stroganoff I had. So let's slap this down and dig in. Perfect. So first things first, let's make this beef stroganoff. There it is. Smells pretty good. I can smell the beef. This calls for 300 mils of water. Let's get that mixed up. I only put about 250 mils in. Let's quickly make our drinks. Make our hot cocoa. Calls for 150 mils of water, or about 6 ounces. And I'm putting this coffee in there. Let's just eyeball it. Give that a stir. Let's make our beef instant soup. I really was contemplating putting this right in with that beef stroganoff, but I decided against it. Smells good. There's a little tiny pasta in there. Calls for 175 mils of water, boiling water. That a little stir. There's what it looks like. Smells delicious. Make our raspberry drink. Calls for 500 mils of water, but I'm going to do a little less. Give that a stir. Let's get our vanilla flavored cake out. That looks really, really good. And I think this is going to be real moist. Oh, it smells delicious. It smells like shortcake, like strawberry shortcake. That's what that reminds me of. Get our cranberries out. Check out the chocolate bar. Looks perfect. We're supposed to wait 8 minutes for that beef stroganoff, so while we wait, I'm going to try out that beef soup. Yep, there it is. Looks really good. Smells really, really good. Just going to drink it. Very, very hot. I'm going to let it cool, but it is excellent. Excellent instant soup. I love the little pastas in there. Might as well try out our mocha cappuccino. That's good. That's the way to do it. Also very hot. Let's check on this. It's been close to 8 minutes. Yeah, it looks like it's reconstituting very well, and it smells delicious. That smell just hits you right in the face. Yep, it's ready. So let's get this out. Yeah, the smell coming off this is fantastic. Nice chunks of beef in there. Looks like there's some mushrooms, some tomatoes, some celery, carrots. There's garlic in it. Yeah, this is going to be excellent. Let's go in for a big bite. There it is. That's pretty good. The flavors are there. It reconstituted perfectly. I wish the sauce was just a little more flavorful. Nice beef flavor. You can taste the onions, the garlic, the tomatoes, the mushrooms. Can't complain. What I'm really liking about this is all the vegetables in this. I really like it. The onions you can definitely taste. They're actually chunks of onions. The beef is nice and tender. And there's a lot of food here. Last bite of this. I'll tell you what, that's only the second time I've had beef stroganoff with rice, but I really like that. I like it a lot. I'm not sure which I like better, the egg noodles or the rice. I like them both, but I really like the rice. Let's finish up this beef soup. Last drink. What I like about that soup is it's almost like a bone broth. It's got that gelatin type consistency where it's kind of thick. Excellent flavor, very good soup. Let's try out our raspberry drink. That's good stuff. I love raspberry flavored stuff. And I love that it's real sugar. Very natural. I was so excited I forgot to use this spicy sauce. So I'm gonna save this. Totally forgot I had it. Let's check out these cranberries. They're cranberries. Can't complain. They're a little on the drier side, a little kind of grainy when you chew them. But hey, they're cranberries, they're good. Let's try out our chocolate. Pretty decent chocolate. It's a darker chocolate, but it's very creamy. It's very nice. So we're gonna have to do this. Mix those two. Yep, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Sweet, tart, and chocolatey. Great combo. Gotta save that for Mrs. Germs. Okay, let's try this vanilla cake out. There it is. Gonna dunk it in a little bit of this. See how that is. Cake is really good. Not as moist as I thought it was gonna be. Great vanilla flavor. It's just like a vanilla pound cake. Can't complain. All right, now we're gonna do this. Let's get a little bit of this on this cake. I should have kneaded it first. Oh well. Let's give that a shot. I better try this one more time. That choco hazelnut spread on that vanilla cake, fantastic. I really don't want to, but I'm going to save the rest of that for Mrs. Germs. Let's try out our chewing gum, our spearmint flavored chewing gum. There it is. It's all right. Not a very intense spearmint flavor, but it's good. And the chew is better than Chiclets, but it's not as good as some of the other European gum I've had. Let's check out our matches. They work. All right, well, there you have it. That was the dinner menu of this Danish 24-hour ration, menu number 17, beef stroganoff with rice. Overall, this was a delicious meal. I really can't complain. However, now that I've had beef stroganoff in 3 different countries' rations, I would have to say this one ranks third out of the 3 that I've had. The Brazilian was fantastic. I think it's close between this one and the Brazilian. Hard to compare to the USMCW because it had egg noodles in it. But if I had to pick the Brazilian or this one, I'd have to pick the Brazilian. I think it was just more flavorful. And I think the rice was better in the Brazilian. Don't get me wrong, this was fantastic. It was delicious. So don't get me wrong. But if I had to pick between the 2, I'd pick the Brazilian. All in all, good meal. I really enjoyed that beef soup. The drinks were good. The rest was pretty much a dessert. And it was all very good. So I really enjoyed this experience. This whole ration was really good. I really appreciated the fact that there were two things in the lunch that I normally wouldn't reach for, but found out that I really like them, the tuna and the mackerel. Both of those were excellent. And as always, I love pate. And both those pates were fantastic. Crackers were decent. Rye bread was decent. The porridge was great. So all in all, I have no complaints. This was an excellent ration. So if you stuck with me through this Danish journey, I really appreciate it. I appreciate you watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you like my content, make sure you subscribe down below. If you do subscribe, make sure you click that notification bell so you're notified when I post new content. So again, I really appreciate you being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll be back soon with another review. Later. Today we're going to be checking out a Danish... Oh my god, this is making a fucking mess. Come on, bitch. Oops. Fucking hot. I can't let this go to waste. This is good shit. There you cat. Why? Why? Why do you have to be out here with me? Why? Why do you have to be out here? Quit bugging me. Now this one wants to help.